welfare check is early this month. Looking to chill, interact, and have fun. Open up my YouTube page, and I see your melting face. And when I hear you burn, I'm the only dent on earth. This is so meaningful to me. Yeah, you're hurting back, your greasy hair, your patchy goatee is meaningful to me. Yeah, is meaningful to me. Yeah, your shitty playthroughs are all I need. I know you're guilty, but you're meaningful to me. Yeah, you're meaningful to me. Yeah, you don't work just like my legs. Fuck the stupid trolls saying that you beg. You're not the same guy you were yesterday. Here's 150 for the vest today. It's time for a silly bubble blow, or I'm gonna close the tab and go. What's your favorite type of food? And can you read my haiku? Yeah, you're hurting back, your greasy hair, your patchy goatee is meaningful to me. Yeah, is meaningful to me. Yeah, yeah, your shitty playthroughs are all I need. I know you're guilty, but you're meaningful to me. Yeah, you're meaningful to me. Yeah, you're hurting back, your greasy hair, your patchy goatee is meaningful to me. Yeah, is meaningful to me. Yeah, yeah, your shitty playthroughs are all I need. I know you're guilty, but you're meaningful to me. Yeah, you're meaningful to me. Yeah, you're hurting back, your greasy hair, your patchy goatee is meaningful to me.
That being said, that being said,
Hello. This is Phil Burnett. All right. And just wanted to tell you that I love the podcast. That being said, big ups. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. ALT Insider, the legend, fantastic Mr. Sam, the dentist, Steve to the dead, psychological style host. Get well soon, man. Me or Cat, artistic style host. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, which vest is podcast best?
If there was ever meaningful content, it's being produced right here on That Being Said.
Oh my God, hilarious. Meerkat's not even here. My bad.
I'm not.
Hold on. Oh, there you are. You're back. Hell yeah. What's up, Meerkat? How you feeling, my friend?
Never been gone, dude. You've just been hallucinating.
I know, I have been. Steve, I'm not sure if you're here, though. Steve, hello, could you speak, please? It says your mic's not selected, actually, Steve. That's what it says on my end. So maybe come back in, leave and come back in. You might be back. I don't know. But you're all legends anyway. Thanks for chilling, everybody. We are here on a Saturday style show to get you super powered and ready for your amazing weekend ahead. As usual, I will ask for any special announcements from Meerkat, please. Any business style announcements to get to?
Yes, we do. So today, it's a massive surprise to anyone. We are launching a new channel.
Ooh.
Yay! So obviously,
you're good. Steve.
This show has gone over 200 and whatever many episodes, and there's a lot of moments that have gone kind of under the radar while also being super entertaining.
Yes.
So it's a fucking channel for clips.
Yes.
Yay.
So are we ready to share the link now? Are we ready to share the link yet? Or? Okay.
Yes, as soon as I can load the chat, because it says something went wrong.
Okay.
I told you we should have done this over Microsoft Teams. This shit is trash. So yes, the channel is called ThatBeingClipped.
Hell yeah!
Mega creative.
So let me get the link for you.
Yeah, the first video goes out today. It's about the complete Alex Jones saga. If you know what I mean, you know it's great. And if you don't know what I mean, you're going to find out after this stream.
Yeah, so it should be pretty hype. It's going to be all the clips that we mentioned. Funny clips that we have that we kind of just don't do anything with. Well, now they have a place to go. So there we go. Big ups. That being clipped. This is a Meerkat mob style joint. So give him the credit for this. But big ups, Meerkat, for making it happen. And everybody to enjoy it. Go ahead. So we also need to... Here's the thing. Dead link. What? Huh? How? Is it private? Huh? Let me see. See, some people are saying sub, though. So some people are trolling me, I feel. I'm getting trolled right
100%.
now. So you guys are getting banned after the show. But anyways.
We do the ants next. Once we've done the Alex Jones.
Ants are good. So many different options. Yes.
Yeah, if people have suggestions, I can go and scroll through a bunch of the streams we've done and do a complete series on whatever is fun. The ants are great. There's another one, the one with the airplane where it's flight 1651.
Yes.
That's also great. That's a couple of parts.
So many sagas we've had.
Yes.
And Phil said, of course, I did nothing wrong, obviously. So big ups, everybody, for that one. That'll be pretty hype. And yeah, you can send, if you have any suggestions, just let us know somewhere about what you think is cool to have a clip of, because, we are very open to suggestions, obviously. But yeah, big ups for that. Also, one more business style announcement. Don't forget to get your impressions in for the Axe Factor, due on February 1st, all right? So we got the entries coming in now, but you still have about, 2 weeks left on that one about, so get your impressions in. Meerkat, will you be entering this contest in any form or fashion?
Probably not. Mine are terrible. And I don't even have ideas of who I can do that's going to be fun.
Okay. I'm in that boat right now, but I'm going to do something. I just don't know what yet. Steve, what about you?
I've got a great idea.
Okay, cool. Okay, so remember,
confident.
The rules are anything in the in any lolcal verse you can do. Okay, so it could be whoever the fuck you want. The rules are very loose here. All right, rules are extremely loose. Anyways, speaking of loose, anything else, Meerkat? Any other business style announcements to get through?
I don't know. I can't think of any at the moment.
All right. So, what are we going to get to today? So first up, before there's some nonsense we got to get to, but before we get to that nonsense, and then we get to the modern times thing, I want to get to a retro style react first, all right? So this retro style react is from the date of December 17th, 2012, okay? So for the full context, you need to know this is when the Sandy Hook shooting happened, okay? So many children were killed on this day. Now, I'm not trying to bring down the vibe too much, but as someone who has also compared the death of a famous person to losing a save file, we're definitely going to not make this all about us, right? Right?
Oh, it's chin strap Phil as well.
Okay, so December 17th, 2012, yes. So here we go. This is Phil talking about what happened, and we're not going to watch the whole thing. I'm already halfway through it. Here we go.
So there's a combination of a lot of factors going on.
Also the competition. I already talked about this in previous videos, but there's a lot of people out there now who are doing gameplay footage just to make money. They're not real gamers, and it's annoying because now they're more competition for me, and because they already had popularity for doing something else.
Yeah, this is about
these people are now watching them do the new stuff, and
Justine, Tobuscus, whatever. Go ahead.
All the top spot. They're on the front page of YouTube every day. I'm sorry about that, everyone. My stupid camera battery, one of them is
failing. Oh, my bad. Okay, yeah, I forgot to unmute you guys. Hang on. Chew, could you unmute them? There we go.
And I accidentally was in that thrill, into what I was saying. You remember back when... Well, I think I was talking about how I did have low reviews this year. Okay, that's what I was talking about. So there is some decline in views this year.
Yeah.
And regardless of the decline in views... I am still, I was still doing really good financially. And as you know, I've announced this previously, but I'll bring it up again. I'm going to make some positive changes, at least I feel will be positive changes in 2013. Including playing less games, making an effort to not try to play every single game, so that people, number one,
we're bitching here pretty heavily.
With my popular playthroughs they can, because I'm not putting out 40, 50 parts a day, but also so that I'm not saturating you with footage. I know a lot of people this year said, Phil, you put out too much stuff, and we like you and all your content, but there's no way we could watch it all, and we're disappointed when we miss out on certain games that you did, even if they are smaller games, because then we feel like we missed out, and some people just feel like,
I'm fast forwarding a little bit here. You get the point. Is this bitching about things are going downhill? Okay, this is where it gets.
This could have been from this week.
Oh, definitely.
If it weren't for the quality of the microphone, we could have said this is from 2 days ago, and I'd have bought it.
And just to be clear, this was 1 year after his biggest year ever. It's just his viewership was cut in half. But when I say cut in half, it went from 13 million to 5 or 6 million a year, and we're already in this kind of panic. Now, little does he know as well that Machinima is going to be restructuring his contract, and that's what he's really behind about. All right, so that's what we're really scared of. Okay, so here we go. We got to that point.
Watch any of it then, because I'm behind. So. And because of that, people that did watch them said, "Oh, this guy doesn't."
We're all coping about losing half our viewership, but still, we're going from 13 million to 6 million.
Playthroughs, this sucks, and they've stopped watching altogether.
A month, I mean.
So there's a lot of things there that the oversaturation, I feel, have done. Okay. Excuse me.
Okay.
I do know this year, I will openly admit it. Because I put out so many videos, it was very hard to get attention on my vlog-style videos, like this one, like the weekend preview, like the important videos that you should watch to be in the know on what's going on with me. And a lot of people have even said, Phil, I love
we got it.
viewership next year.
Yeah, I need ad
really
revenue
nice.
from that channel. Come on.
Yeah, please play Vatchman. I'm skipping forward.
You have to shout out Doden in chat who say he looks like he's just discovered new metal.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
I got some news on Friday.
Here we go.
And when I said earlier that I'm back to square one, it's basically like this.
Reminder, Sandy Hook happened the previous Friday, by the way. Sandy Hook happened the previous Friday.
And when I said earlier that I'm back to square one, it's basically like this. As of right now, okay, even if I maintain my viewership that I have right now, there's still a strong chance that I may not be able to do this either like I wanted or full time. Maybe I'll be able to, but it's going to be a lot harder for me to do it. And definitely, it's looking like some of the things that maybe I definitely wanted to do in 2013, such as possibly move out of this condo into a bigger place that maybe Leanna and I could live in, it may not happen. Right now, it's very uncertain. Let's put it that way.
Why you want to do that, Phil?
And remember, this thing he's talking about that will make it impossible to move out did happen, but he still moved out despite that, and knowing that he shouldn't do it in this video.
A definite negative or a definite positive. There's something uncertain going on. And again, I hate that. I'm sorry to everyone that I have to be so vague. I legally cannot talk about
it. It's the restructuring of the Machinima contract.
At least until we figure out what the hell's going on. But don't worry, and it's nothing crazy. I know some people now are going to be speculating, oh, maybe he didn't pay his taxes or didn't do that. Nothing like that whatsoever. I've been very...
We wouldn't do that, right?
Why would people think that? Why would they even think that?
This is before he would literally not do that. in the future. So we haven't moved yet. So go ahead,
as
Steve.
well, by the way.
Yes.
Pause.
Very smart. Like I said, I've saved most of my money. I've paid my taxes properly. I have an accountant who does them. I'm fine in that regard. It's no wrongdoing on my part whatsoever. It's something completely outside of the.
By the way, he would admit at this point later he did not save anything. The only thing, I mean, he saved enough money for the house, and that was literally it. So that was all the money was gone from that.
Of anything that I can control
After he bought the house.
has happened. And
Goes to Christmas future.
my future is now uncertain. And that's really, it really crushed me because here I was, I've been doing.
Remember, we're not talking about the children that have been killed. We're talking about what happened with his
what's this
contract
got to do
with
with Sandy Hook?
Machinima.
Yeah.
The video is what happened Friday. What happened Friday was a school shooting. What we're talking about now is my Machinima contract. Go ahead, Meerkat.
This one is up there with Rest in Peace, Etika, Judgment Begins.
Judgment Begins,
This is a
yeah.
godlike
doing this now
title.
for 2 years. I really feel I've been putting in a lot of hard work, and I thought that maybe I'd finally got myself to the place where I can feel, okay, this is working out. This is cool. I can do this for maybe another 5 years. Sure, every year I'll continue to grow and change a little bit,
Well,
and maybe
that would
eventually
happen.
I'll do some different stuff. Like I said, eventually one of my goals is maybe rather than do all gaming stuff, maybe to do travel vids. I travel to places and do travel
That'd be
vlogs.
cool.
Oh, really?
Like we go on trips when we went on vacation.
That'd be fun.
Pandalee and I. And the people loved that footage, and it got massive views. So why on earth wouldn't I continue to do that? I would love to do that as part of my living, and also to expand. Let you know,
cool.
I love doing Project 7. I would love to be involved in other projects similar to
that's
that.
fun.
This kind of stuff. So this is kind of where I would like to go
Remember
with
when
my
Machinima
life.
were like,
And
Yep. Go ahead.
You want to do, what else do you want to do with your channel? What else do you want to do? And he was like,
Yeah. They gave him. They said to him directly, "Do you want to get into Street Fighter commentating?" He said, "I have a YouTube channel. Why don't you do that?" Dumb fuck. What's wrong with you, piece of shit?
And I had right now it's looking like 2013 was going to be a great year. Another year, solid content. Solid. Being secure, being able to possibly move to a bigger place, which was going to allow me to do things possibly like direct capture, new vlog series, all kinds of stuff. And now it was kind of like ripped away from me on Friday.
Reminder. He's not talking about the kids that got shot on Friday, which was what this channel was about. But he's talking about, and listen to this, DSP talks about the events of Friday, December 14th, and how they personally affected him. No! Now we are talking about what happened to him personally on Friday, which was a restructuring of a contract from Machinima.
I mean, if you're if you don't know when the Sandy Hook thing happened, like me, you probably wouldn't even know what's up with this.
Yeah, you wouldn't. But that's what
that layer of context. Yeah,
that's what the video is supposed to be about. That's what he made the title about. But now we're just talking about, last Friday was tough. Machinima restructured my contract.
But is it really like supposed to be him addressing the shooting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He starts with it. And say, I know we can't watch the whole thing. Watch. Here we go. Listen, I'll just go back. Yeah, listen.
In regards to some things that have happened in the past week, in particular, 2 things that happened on the same damn day.
2 things that happened on the same day, Meerkat. 2 things that happened on the same day.
It's the same file over again.
In my opinion, this is like close to worse. They're both pretty fucking bad, but this is 2 bad things that happened in the same day, boys. Listen up.
2 things that happened on the same damn day, like literally right next to each other, and it was just such a... I can't even describe it. It was just such a negative thing that, everyone knows one of the things I'm mentioning, and we'll talk a little bit about it, but the other thing as well.
Oh.
And it just happened, the way that it happened, that these 2 things happened back to back, it crushed me. And, I rarely bother people with stuff like this, but this is something where I didn't post up videos for the day. And a lot of people were concerned, are you okay? What's going on?
Are you okay, Phil? Did you come back from school, Phil?
Really cherish the more personal connection that I feel that I have with my fans.
Definitely.
Than a lot of other YouTubers, where they're just there to talk to you and tell you about themselves, but they don't really care.
Oh, yeah,
You might care
I'm not
about
gonna do
They're just
that.
there to make the video. Me, I understand that. I have a personal connection to a lot of people. A lot of people
definitely.
say they thank me so much for the content that I put out, because on a otherwise really negative day when maybe things were going shitty, I had a smile on their face. And
Yeah, things are going a bit shitty, huh? Yeah, for those affected, things are going a bit shitty. Let me tell you what's also shitty about me.
tell everyone that thank you.
No,
for people
he's
who
doing
send
that
me
thing
those
where he's like, people email me saying, you know, like, I'm brink of suicide, but then I watch one of your playthroughs and, you know, now suddenly life has meaning again. He's doing that.
I could not
We just
believe
mentioned
this.
that because of like other events elsewhere, and now he.
Shout outs to Mr.
God.
Hut Stuff for putting this in context for me, because I wasn't even sure.
Holy
Like Meerkat
shit.
said about it was directly about these two things. I thought like, okay, what happened Friday must be talking about this contract, but no. Two bad things happened that day, guys, of equal import.
Yeah, he put them both on the same level.
So let's talk.
Let's just see what he says about the tragedy real quick.
First
Hold
of
on.
all, everyone who's watching this video, I'm pretty sure is going to be aware of what transpired in Newtown, Connecticut this past Friday. And I'm not going to get into it because everyone knows what a heart-wrenching thing
Yeah,
it was, how
let's not get
horrific
into
the
that.
situation is.
Yeah, I'm
And I think
making this
enough
video
people
about
are
it, but I'm not
not-
going to get into it.
Let's not get into that's not important, really. They got more important things to
Spend the
talk
next
about.
27 minutes talking about me.
come out on their pundits and said this and that about this and that, gun control and and you don't need to hear the same shit.
You know, dead kids. You know.
Because that's-
Anyways, let's get
So
back to
when-
me.
No, look, I understand him as a gaming YouTuber. You probably wouldn't care about talking about those things unless it's that kind of a video. But this is like he's kind of tiptoeing and like dipping his toes into it being that kind of a video, but then pulling out and being like, no, this is actually about something much worse. My
Exactly
contract
right.
with Machinima.
Exactly right. It's using the tragedy not to talk about it, maybe offer some opinions, or maybe make people, now you can't make people feel better about that, but talk about it, say your feelings on the matter. He's not doing that. He's telling us, I'm not doing that here. Instead, let me tell you about my problems. Okay? Fuck your problems. Here's my problems. And that's what
I
we're
don't want to
doing.
piss anybody off because it's like at this point, if you want to be all DS politics, then he'd have to take an opinion on gun control, for example, and that would divide his fan base, and it might upset people into leaving because if he comes out pro gun control, the Second Amendment people might disagree, and if he comes out as pro Second Amendment, the gun control people might disagree. So he's like you said, he's tiptoeing around it. He doesn't actually want to address it, and it's like, well, in that case, why like even coat it in this layer of, well, we'll talk about these two things that are equally important. Why not just not address it at all, not mention it? Just be like, oh, guys, something's happened with my contract and I need to talk about this.
Mimsy says, they can't be brought back. Let's just talk about the living viewers I have left. God.
I mean, obviously a lot of people thought that because I'm in Connecticut, maybe I knew some people. I did not. My heart
I don't have
still
any
goes
friends,
out to
so
everyone involved, and to the whole town of Newtown, because who knows how long it's going to take for things to get back to normal there. I mean, Newtown is literally a town.
Okay, I'm trying to find the transition into. I'm trying to transition into him, into where he goes back to. Okay, well, anyways, about that. Let me.
Connecticut. That if you've seen the movie It's a Wonderful Life, it's that kind of a small town. Everyone knows each
So
other.
I want him to do
everyone
this on
loves
his
each other,
politics channel. It's a
everyone's-
shame it's dead.
Yeah, you know.
It
Oh,
would
by
be
the way,
great
I
to
want
hear him talk now.
We're gonna get into that. I have the clip here if we get to it. But I won that death pool poll. You guys both said March for the end of DSP politics, but I said January, and currently that means I'm winning unless a miracle happens. But all right, we'll get to that later, though. Okay, here we go.
But who knows? Maybe politics will happen, and he will need to talk about them. Right now, there's no politics happening. We need to wait for it like it's a game release. He's going to pre-order Politics 2, and it's going to be really cool.
He might resurrect it because you know how much he loves a biblical analogy. So you can say this also rose from the dead.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, you get the point of this video. You get the ridiculousness of this video. We're not going to keep watching it. But if you want to watch the whole thing and its amazingness, it's right there. Definitely. It's same level as Kobe, in my opinion, the save file. Same exact
worse.
thing. I think, you could argue it's much worse. But moving forward positively here, big ups to Dare Bear. Says the word of the day is avaricious. Avaricious. This guy just cares about money. Ooh, nice, avaricious Dare Bear. Look at this guy.
Great word.
So someone sent this to me, And I was thinking, like, okay, it's going to be a quick mention of DSP. It's going to be, you know, sometimes people mention DSP as like a throwaway word for e-bagger, usually is how it's used, or bad gamer, or jerking off on the camera. Those are kind of the three when people that aren't in the world mention DSP. So when someone sent me this, I was expecting the same thing. I was expecting it to be, it seemed kind of weird. I was like, how are they going to mention DSP here? But they do. And this one just shocked me. So this is the first video. There's a few videos, 2 videos we got to play on this, but let's just listen about this. This is the John Cooper show. They talk about conspiracy theories and other things like that are definitely real and definitely happened. So this one, the topic is about Leonardo DiCaprio, who is a child trafficking and organ harvester. I don't know if you knew that. But this is what they're talking about on this topic. Okay, so here we go.
I found
Allegedly.
his Steam
allegedly.
account. And his Steam account, I went through all his followers and I did an ID crawl on all the people he's friends with on Steam. One of them I found was Kanye, and he was posting really pedophilic stuff about North. One of them I found was linked to this guy. I forget his name. I had sent it to you. He's on his profile. He says groomer of young girls.
Derek.
Darkside Phil. His name is Darkside Phil, and on his profile it says groomer of young girls. And in Leonardo DiCaprio's private art collection, I sent you a photo of that too. He hand drew a photo of Darkside Phil. I also found his.
This kills me every time.
Yeah,
It's so absurd.
Leonardo DiCaprio hand drew a picture of Darkside Phil. That's confirmed. This is wild. This is a real show. This is a very trustworthy woman, by the way. She knows her stuff. She's a private investigator. So she knows what she's talking about. Hang on.
Leonardo DiCaprio's private art collection.
Yeah.
I sent you a photo of that too. He hand drew a photo of Darkside Phil. I also found his personal TripAdvisor.
Okay, so there we go. That. And by the way, this just to know what we're working with here. This woman right here is taking this TripAdvisor review with Leo's face on it as that's really Leonardo DiCaprio. So just so you know the level we're working with here.
Yeah.
Like Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you have the image of the Steam profile?
Yes, I do.
The TikTok
I do.
profile?
I do. So here it is.
Just
This is what
because you can like just change your name at any point.
Yes.
You can change it whenever.
So
It'll
here's
even
what
show you who you like your previous names you've used.
So this is what she found. Mature adult, business degree, groomer of young girls, 500K bankruptcy, e-bagger. 2 words misspelled there. And the picture is the picture of that. You know, so this is what she saw to then say that must be groomer of young girls. Like a real person would use that as their profile picture. It's very funny. But okay, that's where they got him. But that's not it. We still have more video evidence here because I want to put more evidence to the court here. Just listen up. It's the audio the video doesn't matter. Just listen.
Know what to look for and how to see it. And then based on my experiences and then what I'm finding online, like his background check, he's got some weird Tumblr where he's dressed like he's dressed like a baby, or like someone is like sexually dressed like a baby. He's got links to the Darkside Phil, which also I found a chat between one of his Steam friends and Darkside Phil, and they call. I know people talk about like Pizzagate and that they call us pizza. They switched it to brownies and they call us brownies. And they like, some
Do you
people
eat
like
them
white
with a spoon?
brownies and some people like chocolate brownies. And they also, there was a reference to time. Someone was like, oh, look, this account was created at a date in the future. And it was like they're trolling. They're trolling people who don't know. And
she knows her stuff.
About,
yeah, she knows her stuff.
About, so,
she knows.
She knows what she's talking about, clearly.
She knows what she's talking about. Look at all the lack of evidence. Aren't you convinced?
So, I will have to ask you, Meerkat, because there is a link. You might say she's just throwing out random shit. However, there is a link to brownies and Darkside Phil, Meerkat. Could you please explain to the beautiful people about Brownie Gate, please?
Yeah, I'm going to try and recap this as coherently as possible.
Yes. Okay.
So, when DSP's catfishing saga was going on, at the same time, he was also flying Cat in.
Yes.
And in one of the messages that the catfish left on Kiwi Farms, I think, there was a comment included about them making brownies together.
Yes.
So then people were going through all of her posts and picking apart everything she said, trying to find possible links to him. And at one point, someone showed up in his chat and asked about if Phil has made brownies with his new girlfriend, to which he said yes. And then the link was established and Browniegate was unleashed in full force.
And even to the point where Null put like a brownie over the Kiwi Farms logo for a little bit. Or maybe it was just on the DSP part of the forums, but that was definitely that. Like, so that's what happens. Like, to make the escort story believable, it happened at the perfect time, which I don't think the escort even knew, but it happened when literally Philip was flying people Cat in, so it kind of worked. And that's how it got, that's how it had the legs it had, because like the timing was kind of impeccable. And she mentioned brownies, and then Philip cooked brownies with Leanna, so that's a lot of fucking evidence that says it could be real.
But of course the thing that sparked them off was the idea of Phil cooking. Like, hang on a minute, so it's not right here.
So, well, when you know it, Philip eventually commented on Browniegate at some point. This is from December 29th of 2017, just a few months before Kat would move in. So here we go. This is Philip talking about Browniegate and brownies.
There you go. So that being said,
hey,
all right.
Shout out.
That being said,
hey, okay, we're here. We're
Vintage.
watching. We're watching.
This stupid, whatever it is, account, this fake escort account on Kiwi Farms says that this girl baked me Dutch recipe brownies or something during our time off. Now, I didn't know any of this until this morning. Okay, I wasn't aware any of this was going on because I don't follow any of this stupid shit. So apparently, this post is like 2 or 3 days old. I don't know.
Yes.
So the other night, I get a private message from this moderator, this friend of mine moderator, who's helped me over the years with all kinds of things. He actually, sends me PMs all the time, and I go back and forth with him about certain stuff. And he asked me, Phil, when your girlfriend visited you and she made you brownies, what was the recipe? I'm looking for a recipe of brownies to make for myself or something like that.
This is so wild.
The thing, folks. I had mentioned when my girlfriend was here that we had made these cookies. All right, and I'd actually taken a picture of it and put it up on Instagram. And I'm almost positive, in fact, I'm almost 100% positive that after that, I made a post that said, we ate all the cookies, now we have to make something else. And then I'm almost positive that here, either in stream chat or on a pre-stream, either in the physical chat typing or on a pre-stream itself, I mentioned that we had made brownies afterward, and that I actually had leftover brownies to eat all week. After my girlfriend had left, which is excellent because I never have baked goods. Like I don't snack on sugary stuff at all.
Yeah, right.
I'll eat it if it's there, but I don't actually buy it or seek it myself.
Great.
So it was pretty awesome because a week after my girlfriend left, I was still eating these delicious brownies that we had made when she was
brownies.
Here. All right.
A week? They must have been like rock hard.
So, I get this random message from someone who I trust as like a friend, a colleague, someone who's, been
a colleague, by the way,
loyal to me over the years and helped me out tremendously.
A colleague that's loyal to me over the years? Damn.
It's helped me out tremendously.
Oh my God.
With all these different
that
things.
Sounds like a subject.
Phil, what was the recipe for the brownies that you made with your girlfriend? And I didn't even in my head at once, at any moment, think that this could have anything to do with anything. I'm just thinking it's some guy I must have mentioned, the brownies or whatever on a stream.
Yeah.
And so I was very honest with him. I responded. I said, what actually wasn't any kind of a special recipe at all. We just went to the store and we bought a box of those Ghirardelli chocolate brownies, the ones with the good
this is very riveting. Hurry up, get to the point.
To them or whatever, and we baked those. That's what we had. And then I even mentioned, but we actually, if you want a recipe,
Streamlabs is fucked up. Just ignore Streamlabs right now. Just ignore it. Pretend it doesn't exist.
One aspect of why people think he's a massive liar is because even when he's telling the truth, he has so much unnecessary detail, you might start thinking that he's lying to you. Because this story is so fucking meandering. I spaced out like 10 times already.
But this one, he literally is telling the truth as well, remember? But he can't even say that directly. I guess we have nothing else to talk about, but Brownygate we have to get the true story of Brownygate, so I'm going to play 1.5
really
now.
Good chocolate espresso cookies, and they were really amazing. And he said, "Oh, what was that? What was that recipe?" And I said, "Well, I don't have it. She had it. She had the recipe, not me. But I know it was from Martha Stewart." Because Martha, I guess it was a page she had printed out.
See?
From, like, the Martha
We're
Stewart
just adding all this shit.
Page printed out.
We have all this
A page she
shit.
had printed out from like the Martha Stewart website of recipes. Or whatever.
Yeah, the Martha Stewart website.
So there you
Got it. There you go.
That was all I said in this private message to this guy, who again for years and years, it's been years. This guy has been a fan of mine, a viewer, and he's helped me with
A colleague, even.
over the years, moderation,
He
everything,
said.
tons of times. So that's all I said. So that's it. That's all I said. And that was it. That's the end of it. So here I am, going about my own business this morning.
I'll do it
not really
later.
paying attention to anything, quite honestly.
Streamlabs,
Just
get
kinda,
out of
okay,
here.
my usual stuff. Let's go ahead and do the normal stuff, right? Normal stuff every day that I usually do. And this morning, I go inside my stream chat, and a million people are talking about brownies. I'm like, huh? What is going on? Why is everyone mentioning brownies today? I'm super confused. Like, what does this have to do with anything? And everyone's like, Phil, you don't know the drama that's happened overnight. It's exploded exponentially. The drama. Yo, the drama. You don't even know the drama. And I'm like, oh my God. It's Friday. I'm doing a full day of streaming today. I'm looking forward to it. All I want to do is sit down here and play games, and I got to hear about this. Now, normally, like I said, I wouldn't address it at all. But apparently this person, again,
oh my God,
and someone who, again, over the years, has helped me tremendously, apparently
a colleague
took this private message, all right, that we had talked about, and used this as evidence that I did have an escort here in early December. This is concrete evidence now, and finally this person who had believed me all
it does
along
make
was
sense,
swayed to
kind of,
believe that
right?
I had an escort here in early December. Again, I didn't. But here you go. It's just insanity. It's mob mentality insanity at this point. I don't even know what else to say.
All right, you get the point. So that was the Brownygate. I mean, a very small piece of lore here, but somehow is getting brought back due to this woman here who found the fake DSP, the fake DSP account that said groomer of young girls. Like someone would put that on their account legitimately, right? Real quick, one more link here, because Philip says snippet of truth in a very interesting way right here, okay?
Let me put it this way. Let me give you a reference to why I think this is so ridiculous. Because the thing is, people have said ridiculous things about me over the years.
Yep.
They call me a pedophile. They call me a thief. They call me a scammer. They call me this.
Okay, pedophile, thief, and scammer. Okay, now listen. Pedophile, thief, and scammer. People have called me all three of these things. Go ahead.
They call me that racist, right? Usually, in all of these situations.
The situations involve being a pedophile, a thief, and a scammer. Go ahead, Phil.
And a racist.
And a racist. In all these situations, go ahead.
Usually, in all of these situations.
Go ahead.
These slanderous things that are said about me. Are based off of a snippet of truth.
Okay. You tell me.
Well, this guy cannot not be suspicious. Everything he does, everything he says. Even now, in retrospect, I know he's innocent of the whole escort thing,
Yes.
and he's looking super suspicious right now.
Yes.
This is your boy who cried wolf thing, isn't it? He's just lied so much that you can't believe him when he tells the truth, and this is exactly what's happening here.
So
you cried wolf.
There's a snippet of truth in there, okay? Just so you know, the pedophile accusations, there's a snippet of truth, all right? I mean, that's it. Tired of it. Big news here. I don't know if you saw this.
I am amazed it's only 22. That feels like it took an hour.
yeah.
Through all like meandering at the start. Let me tell you about like this trusted colleague that I have.
Yes, and that's really just a fan, whatever. But okay, real quick, I don't know if enough people saw this, but during the last wrestling show, Smart Guys reboot, not my Smart Guys though. It's not my Smart Guys, the new one. There was a special guest here that I think we need to. This is very shocking. I'm not sure why it's not being talked about more. This is wild though. Last show, can you imagine? Yeah. Oh my God, he came to the Snort Fort himself. Oh my God, look at this. This is it. Now, this is content we want to see on Smart Guys.
We should send this as evidence to that journalist girl. She's going to love it. Look, Hulk Hogan is involved.
He is shown making out with Hulk Hogan. And by the way, people are having fun in chat, the comment section. Donkey Kong specifically.
Oh, yeah, the comments are godlike.
So you need to look into a Canadian guy that goes by the name of Derek. He has a PDF that Darkseid Phil protected for years. Where do you find him?
Where do you find him? Well, I don't know about that, brother.
Twitter, you'll find him sooner or later.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff now in the chats now. It's a crazy thing, man. Think about the people. Everyone thinks this is all true. I mean, the comments are all like that. The DSP guy is really something. He has people who openly indulge in PDF file activities as moderators. What's DSP?
What's DSP?
What's DSP? I don't even know, dude. But you know what? As a supporter of investigative journalism and independent media, I would like to entertain this girl by looking over all of her investigation. I want to see how she got to the bottom of this incredible finding.
Yes, I do as well. You know, we can trust her.
I'm more curious too. Yeah, what's the logic you've applied here? You know, quite interesting.
All right, so let's move on positively here to the next. I do want to show. Where was it? I know I had it ready for us here, but oh fuck. All right, I'll think of it later. But yesterday, as usual, now Iron Cuck Sakai is being the main supporter of DSP, and I mean that's it, man. If without him, there is nothing. Without Iron Chef Sakai and his comeback, there would be nothing. But there was a day when Philip didn't hit the goal, and Philip had a goal, a $35 tip or something. Well, he'll tell you the story right now. Okay, so he's going to tell you about what happened after the stream on a stream where he didn't hit the goal. Okay, so listen, this is all about how crazy people are. Though. Okay, let's go.
Recorded the daily wrap, and I explained, hey, this is why we're counting it towards the goals or whatever. This is awesome. These morons out there are actually saying that I made it up. Oh, the tip wasn't real. Okay. Okay, so you can come up with if you believe it's fake or not, but listen to the logic is the part I want you to listen to here, the logic. Now listen to me. I really, at this point, they are so desperate to say that something that I said is a lie, even though no one fucking cares anyway. But they're so desperate to say that something I said is a lie, they don't even make logical sense with their claims anymore. Okay. All right? I want you to think about this. I don't have a streak anymore. There's no streak, okay? It doesn't matter if I hit that goal yesterday or not. It's the same to me. It's not, though. See, that's the thing where it's not, because he uses that streak as begging material endlessly, and he'll say we got great momentum. Guys, we don't want to lose the momentum. We can't lose the momentum. Let's keep it going. So there is a lot of reason that he would like to keep it going. And also, he doesn't want to give trolls a W, which is he will keep a pedophile around rather than give the trolls a W, as we know. But let's hear him finish his thought here. Like, oh, the momentum is over. The momentum still continues because if you don't hit a goal one day, you could still hit the goal the next day. There's no streak. Yep. So there's literally no incentive whatsoever for me to lie about getting a contribution. It doesn't benefit me at all. It's not like, oh, the momentum of the streak continues and more people want to contribute. It doesn't do that. There's no. It does though, because when he talks to his people that actually do donate, he says that very thing, which is very funny. You know what I mean? Am I? But streak. There's no streaks. So why would I lie? It literally makes no sense at all. In fact, you know what? Wouldn't I lie the opposite?
The thing that makes me think that he's lying is that he's saying, why would I lie? Which he has said multiple times before as he was lying about something. Yes. I mean, not even just the champions thing. There's so many other things. Why would I lie about that? Why would I lie about that? Well, I don't know, but and you do. Then it becomes a so what? So what if I did that?
You go through the steps of like the narcissist prayer. I didn't do it, and if I did do it, it wasn't my fault. And if it was my fault, then I had to do it or not. They still do. Just go through those
exactly that.
Time,
And listen to this one here. This
way and say we didn't hit it, so that way I don't have to give you a reward as quickly as possible.
So okay, now this one you're really gonna have to get some crayons out. He thinks he should lie sooner because then you'll be pissed you don't get your reward sooner. So you'll want to donate more. Okay? I know it's tough, but you got to listen to the logic he's trying to sell you on here, okay? Here we go. Let me hear it one more time.
He didn't hit it, so that way I don't have to give you a reward as quickly as possible.
Give you a reward. Give you a reward. It's very tough, but I want to remind you what the reward is him eating food. Okay, moving forward, possibly here.
Because that's how it works now. When we hit these goal milestones, I have to give you a reward every 10, and then every 50, we're doing a big event. Remember, at 100, when we hit 100 goals hit, you guys are going to pick a game for viewers' choice. And I'm going to do a marathon day where we play that game all day long, and we determine if it's good enough to become a full playthrough, which it very well might be. Okay? And there's
$15,000 to pick a game.
Again, these are all
One
things
game.
that require him giving nothing, giving zero, less than zero, nothing. But we have to talk about them like we're giving something. Mm-hmm.
Be food and booze and a celebration style that day, just like I do with my other marathons. So why would I lie and have to give that to you earlier?
Why would you? Like
why would I lie and get the burger that I want earlier?
I really.
Let me think about that for a minute.
He's trying to use the logic that his viewers fall for on people that aren't his viewers, and it's really tough to keep up with.
What? None of this makes any sense. But then again, nothing they ever said made sense.
Ah,
They're fucking morons. They're
Uh-huh.
mouth droolers. They're slow. That's what they do. They literally anything to say Phil did something wrong. But what you're saying has no actual merit. Because it would actually hurt me to lie about making more income. Don't you get it?
No, I don't get how that makes sense either. I really don't get how that makes sense.
Wait.
Yes.
Are we admitting to a psyop here? It would hurt me to lie about getting more income because you guys give me more money when I'm broke as fuck?
Yes. Sounds like it to
technically,
me.
yeah, that's the logic you have to work with here, yeah.
I don't... This is just came off so awkward to me, and there's not one other thing we got to listen to that's very awkward to me. But let's finish this one first.
So anyway, I'm the way I treat it. Hey, I'm
Please.
happy. Listen, I more obviously, it's a community feel, right? So if we hit it earlier, or
I'm
whatever,
happy. Obviously, it's a community feel.
I'm
Pick a
happy.
lane there, didn't we?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
for
he
you
realized
guys.
he said something that he wasn't supposed to say out loud.
Yes.
And,
He has
and
to come
then we
walking back.
become stuttering Phil, not even stuttering Craig, but he turned it up to 11. The guy is scrambling with himself.
Yep.
He just got
Earlier.
felt it by himself. That's incredible. That's a self-felt.
Yep.
and so we did hit it yesterday. We did hit 72.
Yeah, definitely.
And I hope that you guys are excited for the next reward. So yesterday we did the DSP tries it on the spicy chicken Italian sandwich from
Okay, you got the
Jersey
point there. Other news, we are now officially, I don't know if you want to hear that, it was kind of boring, but we are officially not doing the Slayer Reacts anymore on the Patreon. Did you hear that, Meerkat? Did you watch anything about that?
Yes.
Okay.
I have nothing much to say, but no value whatsoever was lost.
It's weird because he's giving up, he's doing the DSP thing of giving up guaranteed income, which was $200 a month, right? $200 a month to get Slayer to react to Slayer videos. But now, because Iron Chef is around, Philip is trading those guaranteed dollars for a night stream for the chance that Iron Chef will eat one too many crayons and gift bomb 100 a night. Well, that's more than 200, guys. So that's what we're doing here is we're giving up the guaranteed.
It's also, it's not just it's more than 200, but it's also that monthly $200 versus every day this person tips, I can take it out and have that money immediately rather than having to wait. I can have that money straight away.
Iron Chef Sakai really is being the most dented of dented because he's doing it all different ways to get a leaderboard all different ways. So he's not just tipping. He's doing super chats. He's doing membership bombs. He wants to be the leader. He is really trying to control Philip's life, which he is doing now. Because if he was not here, we are in the lowest viewed time in DSP gaming history right now. The lowest viewed time ever. This month will be scary when we see that.
Lads, we could say that every week.
Pretty much.
That's true too. But yeah, so the viewership has never been lower. We're lucky to get 180 on the night stream now. The day stream We used to wait until we had 200 to start the podcast. Now it's at 120 before we start the podcast. It slowly builds up to 250, 280, whatever. But 300 is a dream now for the podcast. There is one person that is funding DSP Gaming right now, and it's Iron Chef Sakai, the guy that, well, supposedly the guy that ran away and made the video about how he hates DSP and how if I tipped $1,000, he would ask for $1,500 right after that, which is exactly what he does. But he came back running to Daddy anyway. But it's never been more precarious, but Philip is acting like it's not precarious because he's getting a lot of money right now. And that's never came back to bite him in the ass before, has it? Definitely. So that should be interesting to see what happens there if Iron Chef Sakai ever takes a break, which I guess why not? I mean, why stop now? You know what I mean?
Great, stopped at 99. 99 goals hit, guys. Come on, today is the day, and then nothing.
Meth Bear says, a delusional current day woman on her true crime grind, replacing logic with emotion. Color me shocked. She should follow clues back to the kitchen, says Meth Bear.
But didn't you listen? She did an investigation.
Yeah.
She did like real investigative work by opening up TikTok and looking for Dark Side Phil and clicking on the first thing that shows up. That takes some real work.
So she knows her stuff. She found a guy that said very negative stuff about themselves in their Steam profile and took out the groomer of young kids part. And that's definitely true.
Yes.
All groomers write that in their profiles, by the way.
Yeah. All human trafficking rings make sure to disclose that in their bio so other human traffickers know to network with them. And they do little TikTok videos to each other showing off like a cool montage of all the little slaves that they traffic. That's what they do for real.
Yeah,
that girl told me.
And she found the actual Leonardo DiCaprio on TripAdvisor review. So that takes a lot of effort, too. Don't forget that. Beetlejuice 3 says, he says a lot, but at the same time says nothing. And that's kind of been his thing since day one. Since day one. Big ups to NWO News, who says, someone needs to stitch together a clip of Phil saying, I had to use the bathroom, while the toilet plunging clip, and layer in him saying, there's no streak. All that fast food, there are streaks. Oh, yeah. There's definitely streaks in the bathroom for sure. But, yeah, big ups to NWO News. Beetlejuice 3 says, I'm going to eat a Taco Bell in front of a homeless guy, then ask him, do you feel rewarded? Oh, interesting. This is your reward, homeless guy. This is your reward. Big ups to Kinda Sav as well, who says, and YouTube took the channel down. So, yes, Slayer took down his channel since the reacts are dead. So, I don't know. Was that Slayer saying it's really dead, I guess? I want to close it. Was that Philip asking him to close it down because it was kind of weird? I don't know. We'll never know. But that channel is now dead. Slayer's Reacts channel is dead.
I think they have been backed up, though, by somebody else.
Yeah, they live on forever, of course. But it's interesting to know the timing of that. And by the way, which makes it funnier to me, is that this goal is still, this Patreon perk is still available to anyone else. Philip just really closed it for one person and said, I'm tired of it, Slayer. Give me money elsewhere. But if anyone else wants to do it, I'm open to it. But just Slayer's done.
Fill of K-pop, it's shit. I'm sorry, but it's shit, Slayer. Give me something else.
That's really what happened. I mean, but I guess you have to leave some kind of perk up, because isn't there a rule on Patreon you have to do something? I don't know. Like you have to have some kind of perk, I think. That's how they operate. I don't know. But yeah, that's why he kept it up, I'm guessing. But I don't know. Who the fuck knows? But yeah, there's no more Slayer K-pop reacts, and that's the end of that. Also, moving forward positively here. Yesterday, Philip talked about the wrestling show and how he does the wrestling show. And I'm going to task you and Meerkat and Steve with keeping up with the logic here about where we watch wrestling and how we take notes for wrestling. Okay? Try your best with this one. Good luck.
Did PPP make me take notes? No, I always used to do this. Remember, on Smart Guys back in the day, this is what I always took notes during pro wrestling so I could remember stuff later on. Yep. I always did this. If anything, though, I wish I had a way to do it. Like right now, I'm watching it on my phone. Okay, so here I am watching it on my phone. And I'm trying to like write and shit. I wish that I had like a better way to do it. Like back in the day, I had an iPad, and I would use the iPad to like type quick. But now I don't have an iPad anymore. Mine's busted. You know, it's ancient.
You have
So I
like
don't
10
really have a
fucking
way.
TVs.
He has 4 TVs confirmed in his house right now, and he has sitting in a room with a TV right there in the office. Right, so keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, everybody. Okay.
To take notes, I can't take notes on the same phone I'm watching the show on.
So he's watching the show on his phone. That's what he said there.
You know, maybe if I got a tablet and I could watch
the
shows on the tablet, and then I could take notes. You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Why not watch it?
Guy with 4 TVs says, I need a tablet to watch wrestling so I can take notes on it. You ever starting to think you might know why he has money problems? But go ahead.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Why not watch it on a TV? Because I watch this when my wife's asleep. You understand?
I watch it when my wife's asleep. Okay. No. Okay. He watches wrestling when his wife's asleep.
Why not watch it on a TV? Because I watch this when my wife's asleep. You understand that, right? Like my wife has to work early mornings.
Mm-hmm.
She's up hours before I am for my streams. So the nights when she has to go to bed early, that's the nights that I end up watching this stuff. I watch it, you know, with headphones, and
I watch it with headphones. Okay, I watch it with headphones. I want you to remember that. I watch it with headphones. Okay, so just you know all the facts here. He watched it when his wife's asleep with headphones. Okay, let's move forward positively here.
take notes and everything. I can't have a giant TV on noise and shit.
What?
You know, you could turn the volume down.
You know, he just said, I use headphones.
It comes with your telly.
No, but he's talking about that on the TV, you can't use headphones. If he watched it on the TV, it would be too noisy, even though I know how big his house is, and I know where his bedroom is, and I know where his living room is.
Yeah, but what
you can use your headphones on TVs, by the way.
Yeah, you could.
Yes.
I don't know if Dark Side Phil can, because Dark Side Phil is Dark Side Phil. He can't do anything, but you usually could.
Lads, he's done things. He's worn headphones in his office to do things that involve, you know, watching something on a TV through a. Why not just do it in your office? Just like sit there and watch it.
Mario Faker says the fapping noises wakes her up. Well, that's true. You do have to be cognizant of that. You might be on to something.
She can only sleep during the women's matches then.
I have no idea why we're going through all this rigmarole to watch wrestling and saying we need... it's tough.
I don't want to bring the laptop into the bedroom.
I think the answer here...
I don't know.
Much like when a little child is trying to explain something like this, I think he wants to buy himself a toy.
Yes, we have a lot of money, so why not, right? It's really weird. Here, he's not done yet either, because people keep obviously asking, like, why don't you watch on TVs? You have 4 of them.
Like tablets, but maybe if I got like a cheap tablet and I could sync it with my network or something, maybe I could do it. Without spoiling Smart Guys, can you understand what I meant? How AEW is like NXT. The weekly shows are mid to bad, but the pay-per-views are bangers. You're right.
Bangers. Anyways, that was that for me. I thought it was very interesting how we can only watch wrestling when Cats went to sleep already. So we have to be in the room when she's sleeping, when you're not sleeping, when you could go somewhere else, but we're just going to buy a new iPad. It's all very...
you don't have to go to bed when your wife does, you know.
You could even wait till she goes to sleep and then get up and go somewhere else. It's all in the realm of possibility here. A lot of things you could be doing.
Close the door and she's not going to be able to hear you. I mean, come on. This is just a bunch of bullshit. I don't even know why we have to actually pick apart his logic that makes absolutely negative amounts of sense.
Yes. Good point there. Good point. Wood Knox says, you guys don't understand. Phil needs a $2,400 iPad Pro today. Yo,
he should get the Vision Pro, and then it's going to feel like Hogan is right there in his lap. It's going to be incredible.
Oh, now we're talking.
That's the next AI prompt, isn't it?
Big ups to King Be Cruel, who says she forces him to stay in the room when she sleeps. No, I don't think she has that much power. You think she wants him in there, King Be Cruel? All the way, King Bee bitch. You think that's true? NDMO News says, Review Tech USA buys an iPad. End of the world. I don't get it.
What?
I don't get it, NDMO News. You're a legend anyway, but I don't get it. Nervous Noodle says, big ups. That being said, Steve, when's the next 8-hour video? 9-hour video, excuse me.
I don't know. I think it might end up being on relationships because I included that clip of him going on about his mum after the car crash. And a load of people brought it up, and I thought, I should probably do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
Something on the way, but.
Big ups to P-Wop, who's take a break, please. P-Wop says, I guess the marriage counselor said they have to go to bed at the same time. Ooh. Throwing a little fire into the divorce coin of camp. Could it be? Could it be? Bill Brasky this is something very toxic. Broken CPAP. He has to keep her breathing.
Bruh.
That's very toxic. Extremely toxic. Extremely toxic. I'm not going to even entertain that. Here's the proof of the secret. Is that gone now? Uh-oh. Oh yeah, it's gone. The post has been deleted, Meerkat, since you put it up. But Secret Limited had the post showing how Slayer's channel got taken down. It was not like he closed it. Is that correct, Meerkat? That's what that was showing?
Yeah, I think so. I think it said it was closed.
It's down now, whatever that is.
Taken down, deleted, or whatever.
It's down for now, yeah. Also, Danny D8, the DK, is talking about the Craig. Go ahead.
I wrote a note about this.
Yes. Okay. So let me get up the. Did everyone make a clip of that, or I can just explain it? So, Craig. I'll just bring it up. It's more funny that way.
Of stuttering fame.
Yeah, the Craig, the famous Craig stutterer, Craig the stuttering style person, said that he got a message from DSP. On DMs, and he said it on the stream here. Let me see if I have it right here. I'll display it. It's just a second. Where is it? Right here. It is right here. So here's what happened on the side scrollers.
Man, no, stop it.
Oh, easy, Meerkat.
DSP messaged me on Discord.
Why the fuck are you Why? What did we talk about?
Blabs is not happy.
I wish I had that horn thing.
Oh,
You're getting a mouthful from me later, Mr. Man, no.
Now, that doesn't sound too bad. A mouthful.
What did we talk about? There's been conversations there. I want to know.
That doesn't sound too bad. But let's see how they finished it.
Later, Mr.
There we go. Lots of farts for you.
There was no farts. You pressed the button, nothing happened.
No farts there?
Okay. Anyways, so that was that. The fart sound was there. That's the fart message. So I can confirm from Stuttering Craig himself that Stuttering Craig's stance at the current time is not responding. They don't want to deal with DSP anymore. So there's that update for you. Nothing's going to happen. Yeah. But now the speculation begins. Meerkat, I'll go with you first. What was DSP messaging Stuttering Craig about? Go ahead, Meerkat.
I would rather just make up my own fantasy scenario since we're never gonna know.
Okay, please.
But my scenario is that much like a scorned ex-lover, he dropped a little salty post, salty message saying, I'm much happier now. Just so you know, I have new friends. His name is Triple P. That's how I call him, Triple P. And he has bigger breasts than you do. And he makes me much happier than you did.
Ooh, all right, Steve, you go for next, and I'll say my speculative idea.
I'm sort of I'm with Meerkat. I think it's going to be the sort of desperate, like, I need to reassure myself, so I'm going to message my, drunk message texts.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be D. Craig. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my throat. D. Craig, I'm doing much better now. I've got my own podcast about wrestling, and you could have been part of this, but, had to go and tell me to go fuck myself, so I've gone and been successful elsewhere. How are side scrollers numbers doing, Craig? Yeah. I think he wants to gloat like that. But it's going to be like paragraphs,
Yeah, I think Okay, so here's the Phil obviously wants to think he's winning over side scrolls, right? That's his dream, is to say I'm winning over side scrolls, which is not true in any way, shape, or form. It's not happening. They have more daily. They stream daily and get 2,000 viewers a day, and I'm sure their support is more than DSP as well. So I think he knows he can't get a W there by messaging Craig. He can say in his own stream he is winning over them, but he can't say that with Craig involved, because that's just the facts speak for themselves. So what I imagine is that he's going to do something like, let's try to do that. Hey, you talked about challenging me for Street Fighter. I'm down with it now because I'm rolling with the punches. You know what I mean? So if you're still up for it, I'd love to do it. Because then it can kind of, I'm branching out. I'm doing this thing. I'm a better person. I'm guessing that's what it was. But
that sounds like a very reasonable guess. And right now, I've been scrolling the Side Scrollers YouTube page, and I can't really see a video that they've made that he would have something to say about. So I'm excluding that possibility.
Oh, that's definitely not it. Definitely not it. I mean, they don't. Yeah, go ahead.
It's a good sign of how desperate he is, though, that we're now back to messaging Craig. Remember the last interaction he had with Craig did not end particularly well.
Yes.
So the fact that we're back here so soon, so short into 2025, it's not looking good for our boy.
No, and just for more proof, just to show you how I don't think, remember, Philip doesn't care because, again, he's getting money from tips from Iron Chef, right? So that's all making everything look fine. But if you look at these views, it has never, ever been worse. And I mean, I wonder if he thinks about it. I doubt it. Gameplay is lucky to get, 1,000 views is a dream for any video on DSP Gaming right now. That's the goal. So look at this. Go.
At the end of his most disappointing games of the years video, the second part, he had a big segment. Basically, the number one pick was about how he can't play games that he likes because they don't make money. And people are absolutely cooking him in the comments. And he replied to one comment, and then it was a terrible reply. I watched it on stream today. I'm not going to get too much into detail. If you want, we can check it out. It's a funny bit.
Where is that?
Dick Struck and Phil vlogs did the summary of it. Might be on that.
Dick Struck and Phil vlogs.
Just like reducing all the picks to this one didn't get enough support. This one didn't get enough support. This one was worse because it also didn't get enough support.
Best YouTube banner right there, by the way. Big ups.
Oh yeah. This video might have some stuff out of context or in a comedic context.
Yes,
so
just
I don't
so we
know
know.
if it's gonna.
This they also add some funny stuff in there to make him sound like he's not saying exactly what he said.
Everyone, DSP here.
You said it was at number one, Phil, Meerkat, or what?
Well, yeah, that was basically the last 30 minutes of the stream.
Okay.
Although I do love that. I think Champions was number 3.
Purchase for full
his
price.
reason was he started well and then people lost interest.
Yeah, that's what makes it bad. What makes it play through bad? It started out hot, but then it got low. Okay, pretty cool.
Excellent turn-based combat. It's got a great game playthroughs of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to tell you a little story. I love JRPGs, turn-based ones particularly. They're some of my favorite games. They have a special place in my gaming heart. Okay, they do.
I've never seen this, by the way.
If you haven't seen the running pattern from this countdown, for some reason my audience don't like JRPGs anymore. When Metaphor Rifantasio had a demo out, I told you guys I was going to play through the demo. And based on performance of those streams, I would determine if I was going to buy the game and do a playthrough or not.
Go ahead.
And so, when Metaphor came out, I played through the demo. But sadly, every single time I played it, low attendance, low engagement, and people asking me to stop playing it and play other games. My audience over the years has gravitated away from JRPGs. I only had 200 viewers.
Is this the best way to watch, do you think, Meerkat? Is there a different way we should go? To the raw one, or what do you think?
Well, to be completely honest, I wouldn't think we should watch it because
Okay, good.
I can basically summarize it for you.
Please do.
Games that he likes, such as JRPGs, are not viable for him to play because he's boring and there are long playthroughs that people don't give him money for.
Yes.
So that's basically it. And the comments are more interesting than the actual video itself because in the end of that segment, he says, please leave me feedback below in the comments of the video. And people do, and then he spurgs out in a spectacular fashion. The video is on DSP Gaming. It's called Most Disappointing Playthroughs of 2024. It's a long-ass title.
Also, case in point, that metaphor was just the demo, and he took like 8 hours to get through it. And it's like, it's a demo. It's a short demo. Most people are completing it in an hour, 2 hours. You know, he took 8.
Look at this top.
Might be part of the problem there, Phil.
Oh, definitely. But who cares? It's all about one person now. There's never been more just about, we're worried about getting the whales to donate and no one else. Now, it's never been more like that than now. Look at this title from DSP Reacts. Woman felted live on the news in the most epic manner.
This is the title from 2010.
Woman felted. Yes, those damn women. Felt them. I like to be feeling women, actually. Oh, sorry, felting women. My bad. Okay, most.
Is Chew still in the room?
No, she's not. She's out. She's downstairs. Oh, can I get to DSP Gaming, please?
Yeah.
There we go. DSP Gaming videos. There we go, most. Show me most. Why is this going back to DSP Reacts?
Because that's where all the most is at.
You see this,
most
right?
People finished the demo 5 to 6 and Phil took 12. There we go.
You see this, what I'm doing, right? Okay, I'm going to search for most on DSP Gaming. 3, 2, 1, go.
Whoa.
You tell me. Okay, it has to be pretty new, though. I'll just scroll down like a bitch.
I tell you what, it's those book smart programming
assholes.
coders over at Google, those idiots. Unlike all the people working for Microsoft who are all amazing and great.
Amazing. Incredible. Did he make a special thumbnail for this? I'm hoping.
Yes.
Maybe not.
Doesn't look special, but it's supposed to be.
Can you read the contributions, Meerkat, as I look, or no? You have it open?
Yes, I could.
Go ahead. Someone tried to scam me. Right.
I see disaster stream in chat armor.
Top 10, we got. I found it. Top 10 most, and you want the part 2. We want part 2. There we go. Okay. Yeah. I found it. Look at this great. Look at this font.
I saw MBC2 in that.
Look at this font. You love this font. You love this. I can read contributions.
It might be a word art. Do you remember in Microsoft Word?
Yeah. This is his own doing, by the way, when he's a big editing boy now. Big ups Derek Hill, who says, there is a thing called closed captions. There is a thing called closed captions. You are correct.
Good
Big ups Derek Hill. If you watch wrestling, it's not like, it's just the promos you got to hear, but everything else, you watch the match and leave a comment or two, but he's not watching. Big ups Derek Hill. Danny Dadike says, what's up with Craig DM from DSP on Discord? Hopefully we settled that for you. DSP reached out to Craig. Craig is not responding and leaving him on red. That's what I know. That's all I know. Lots of people says, big up Steve of the Dead, the bed, and the shed, and the back video. Restless leg syndrome part was especially good. WebMD side Phil diagnosing himself. Comment,
That's
Steve?
my favorite bit, because every time it comes up, I just cut back to that clip of Injustice 2. The Flash going, sorry, restless leg syndrome. Well, that's like the first result on, the earliest result on Pig Pig Go. He'd never said it before that. And then after that, there's like 40 mentions of it or something. And it's like, I wonder where you picked that one up from.
Oh, because Mimsy, who says, I wish you could leave people on red on Discord. Phil's totally the type to see it was red and inform them that he saw they opened it and make it weird. Yeah, you're probably right, because that's what's going to happen. Craig read it, didn't say anything because he's a bitch, okay? Someone had a great name, by the way, a band name. Obviously, the names are still... there's kind of been a resurgence going of the names after the moves. I think people feel more energized than ever to make fake names. But there was a band yesterday that said Discord message to Craig real. Shout outs to you. They're getting better, man. We have Ban Me David, Cat's Fat. Just
there
straight.
you go. That guy's asking for it.
That was banned by DSP Gaming Real, so mission accomplished. This one, Back Claws Power Realized. That's incredible, dude. Black Claws Power Realized. That's very creative, sir. Nice, well done. A few more. Give her a pill and leave her. Obese horse, gout pig. When I moob, they moob. Milking them calcium cannons. Okay. Toe walking makes moobs real. Big ups. Banned by DSP Gaming. Second bankruptcy reel. Oh, I never saw this one. Yeah, go ahead.
It's such a fucking nightmare living this life where you have to read this shit every fucking day about
every
you.
day.
And other people are just like having getting joy out of it. And you're just sitting salty having to read all this shit about yourself. God damn it.
It really must be tough. And I still think Kick's on its way out eventually after Iron Cuck slows down, because he's the only one doing any gifted there of any real importance anyway. But one I did here, I want to read before we change topics. Moobs bigger than head. How? Uppercase how? Yona Hall says DSP has been shit talking Craig's award show since he announced it, but they're happening on January 23rd. DSP says award show should be in January. Maybe the DSP figured it out and tried to get in on it. Ooh, I don't know. I think that's after saying go fuck yourself. You're gonna crawl back, you know. But yeah, Craig's award show is in January. Same thing DSP said they should do. So when they find common ground on that, well, it's not going to happen. But did Philip say, sorry about that, man. I think you're all doing a great move. Fuck Jeff Keighley. Can I do something for your award show? I don't think so. That's too ambitious, guys. That's too ambitious.
You could read the act of messaging him in general as, crawling back. He's still he's trying to reestablish a line of communication. He's trying to rebuild a bridge he'd previously burned. So in essence, he has crawled back already. We just don't know what was in that.
Oh yeah, he has crawled. I mean, absolutely, you're right about that. He has already crawled back. We've crawled back. We are the ones that said, go fuck yourself. And then after that said, hey, sorry, Craig, we'll have to go. Sorry about that. I mean, that's crawling back like a bitch, no matter what. But big ups to woman. I got to read.
Craig, I'm ready to admit to me.
Craig, are you going to check your emails in the next 24 hours? I'm going to send something you'll be very interested in. Woman's Cardigan, we both this we have a name change to announce. Woman's Cardigan, we both outgrew, says now he has a Patreon rewards that don't exist. $10 a month gets you a monthly shout out on YouTube, and the rest other than the $50 are worded so that he has to do nothing. Interesting. So I know that's against TOS, but who gives a shit? Patreon's not going to do shit because they get their cut, so why would they shut it down, guys? That's how it works.
I think I think lying about your bankruptcy filing and filing of your taxes is against the TOS of the government. Yes. I think that's true, but nothing happens, so I guess you can just get away with stuff sometimes.
All right, so you said the comments are worth checking out. Oh, okay, yes, Philip did respond. Oh my God, there's a lot of replies here.
Okay. The first one is very fun. The one that he responded, because then the guy responded back and DSP had nothing to say.
Okay, so the thing is, I'll hide DSPs there. Plenty of people wanted you to play RPGs. No part of wanting to watch you play a game is a promise for support. Everyone, and you most of all, know that you don't have many supporters and depend on bigger contributions from fewer people to make your living. That's why it's inconsistent. It has nothing to do with the X genre of game. You need to stop holding games hostage and figure out a better way to run this. Well, Philip saw that and had to respond. And he says, the better way to run this would be to completely change the formula of who I am or what I do. Okay.
What's going to happen when you click read more?
Oh, yeah, wait. Want constant lol-cal drama? Want obtrusive plugs, ads, and product shilling? That's what would have to happen. Well, we already have obtrusive plugs and shilling. Maybe not product. Well, we do have product shilling too, actually. So we do all those three. Anyways, moving forward positively.
We're doing that thing again where we go, okay, well, here's the most extreme version of what you're proposing.
Yes.
And, I'll make it as ridiculous as possible.
Yeah.
To make you sound like an idiot.
I do
ahead.
Appreciate that he implies that the drama that he discusses and involves himself in is lolcow drama, therefore considers himself to be a lolcow, which is I give him credit for that.
He couldn't even do that effectively. That's the wild part. He couldn't even do lolcow drama being a lolcow. And those people, they would love that they feed off the drama. But even them said, nah, fuck it, we're done with DSP, except for like Ralph. You know what I mean? Like LTG was like, all right, fuck it, I'm done. And he couldn't get anyone else to respond to him. And then he tried to reach out to real people, and they left him on red. He reached out to Asmongold and shit. Oh, God. Can you imagine? Reached out. Hey, Asmongold, you may have heard of me. I am DSP Gaming. It's like... Are you that guy? You're the jerk-off guy, right? Oh, yeah. What's up?
We now have to associate with people who routinely take the piss out of lolcows because they're the only things that are close to friendships that we've got.
Great fucking point there, too. The only people we can find hang out with literally get us on the show to make fun of us. We are winning. We are winning. Let me tell you. Okay, we'll push read more now. Here we go. Boom. Whoa! There's only two paths forward, dumb fucks, and here they are. I play games people will support, or 2, people actually support the games they want me to play. Want to see RPGs? Support them. Can't support? Or just don't want to? Then you have no right to complain. This stopped being a hobby and started being my source of income in 2011. If you haven't figured out by 2025 that businesses need to make decisions based on what will pay the bills, then I suggest you go watch a zillion sub, fake as hell YouTuber who doesn't have to actually base their decisions off of reality. I will never realize that level of insulation, so it's unfair that you hold me to that kind of unrealistic standard. In summary, what? Support what you want to see, or else don't act surprised and complain when it all goes away.
I've already tried to talk to him like
that's not the one I wanted.
You know
that's not that one. I didn't want that one. I wanted this one.
He's always
That's what I wanted. God damn it, Cat.
It actually made it better. The botch soundboard made it better.
God damn it, Cat.
It was better last time because I'm really horny now.
I'm horny as hell.
That one. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so this person hits the nail right on the fucking head, obviously. And this person responds with, where is it from? Why are you so argumentative? Here, I'm just trying to help you out, and you lash out at me in fury and derision. You say you don't want to change who you are. I understand that. I understand disliking the business model of certain content creators. Your problem is that you're very narrow-minded when it comes to solutions, and act like becoming fake is the only other way forward. This is completely untrue. There are many other solutions if you'd just be willing to open your mind, realize that your current model is very shaky, and simply yelling and coping about it doesn't change that. Depending on the generosity of others, cannot be framed as anything other than a charity. Ooh, this person's good. Damn. Let's go just read these. So slow down the streams, particularly the gameplay streams, and focus more on the editing aspect of your content. That's not happening. Just get a job. It really is that simple. Since your model of streams doesn't consistently work for you, take a little time off every now and again when you can afford it and just seek employment. Once you find a job, you won't have to stream as much and can actually enjoy YouTube more than you seem to these days. God. DSP Gaming. Everyone, fans and haters alike, is aware there are a few people who consistently support you, which basically pay for your life. You're the only one who doesn't seem to understand the majority of your income doesn't correlate with the quality of your content, but with a weird group of parasocial whales, which is not a healthy content model at all. Damn. He's getting cooked. Oh, he's not checking this anymore, though. Zero chance.
Oh, look
Zero
at
chance. God. You only play demo on number 1. You didn't play full game on that bullshit and unfair. JPRGs don't work.
Watched you since 2008.
Yeah, definitely. Anyways, to be fair, some of these games I was enjoying, but it's your decision. Oh, someone tipped $5. Lucky Gremlin tipped $5. I agree that the channel isn't really suited for long 100-hour RPGs. Anyways, God bless. Okay.
To phase out gaming.
Yeah. Why not? You're a great content creator, but some people like a great stealth game, like myself. Okay, anyways. One more thing I had on the docket before we get to Q&A is Pirate Software. If I say the name Pirate Software, Meerkat, do you know who that is?
Yeah, I get pissed off. It's a guy that constantly shows up in my YouTube Shorts feed.
Yes.
And constantly... It explains very simple concepts as if he's some like all-knowing sage, like a galaxy-brained individual, and that kind of irritates me, and I would like him to go away.
Yes.
At least from my feed.
Are you also getting these wands? I don't know if it's him, but some people are doing shit in like retro games, but it's not even like a secret. It's like something like, here's how to find the warp whistle. I'm like, what? And they're acting like they found like discovered a new thing. It's like, what am I getting this shit? Who gives a fuck? But anyways, YouTube shorts are what they are.
10 things you didn't know about the Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah. If you
Mario
get the raccoon,
is known as Doki Doki Panic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one.
If you get the raccoon, you can raccoons with leaf. You can fly or whatever. Anyways, well, DSP is going through resurgence, and everyone thinks positively about him. Obviously, we all know this. So I consider this to be a very open and not detractor-verse, post here about pirate software, right? Well, someone said, MTG Island said, I watch a lot of Darkside Phil, too much really, and I thought nobody could top his level of ego-driven superiority and over-the-top cope. And that's after he's been forced into his own little echo chamber for over a decade that he was trying to become this bad. But here's this guy, just one, repeating all those mistakes and falling into becoming a lolcow. Streamers don't need to be a genius-level intellect god gamers, they just need to be entertaining. A lot of the top streamers use a lot of self-deprecation to humble themselves and expose their flaws and find the fun in it. But this fucking guy, man, this is nuts. And people respond, Pirate and DSP have lots in common. T-posing, narcissism, superiority complex, gotta be the smartest guy in the room. We may even see a spiral down in the alcoholism from Pirate now. And someone says, at least we haven't seen Pirate's O-face. That's true.
Oh,
it's very positive. Next we have... remember when DSP unironically thought rainy day fun meant extra money you've got saved up for boring days when you've got no plans, when it's perhaps raining and you want to do something spontaneous? Someone then asked, can you explain T-posing? And someone said, DSP says soon we'll say, where are my detractors? Where are all my hate watchers? Because they're going to go to Pirate, I guess. But I don't think that's going to happen. But that wasn't the only DSP related thing. Because does he beg for money or anything? Or is he just bad at games? Is there any aspect of that? I don't know much about this gentleman.
I don't even know if he's bad at games. I just know he just kind of generally annoys me. I don't know. But I do know he has a Kiwi Farms thread that has...
Okay.
I think a couple of 100 pages at least, so I guess he gives people plenty of stuff to talk about.
Oh, okay.
So,
well,
yeah, he's been up to some stuff probably.
And someone says, a different poster says, I don't get how he managed to get this popular, like the more crazy DSP. So there we go. He found an exploit on YouTube that let him feed his YouTube shorts to everyone instead of just his subscribers, and he got a shit ton of more views and money. Well, that sounds believable because everyone's like seen him before. But anyways, that person was also comparing him to DSP, which I thought was very funny. Okay, big ups to NW News, who says, to be fair, Craig never heard the yeah, go fuck yourself line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he definitely never heard that. That is true. He didn't hear that. Okay, since we have some extra time here, let's do a single. We haven't done this in a bit, and I don't think we've done that since Meerkat's been back in the action here for a weekly basis.
Before we do have to mention the shutting down of DSP politics.
Yes. No, you have not mentioned that. So we could watch that, I guess, as well. There's the shutting down of DSP politics. It is official.
Yeah, 2 days before a new president is takes
inaugurated.
Office.
It's gone because here's the thing he called it with, and we're not going to watch the video, but what he said is that because people don't like it when he has intelligent takes. Okay, the problem is when he says an intelligent take that isn't one way or the other way strongly, that means people don't like it. So when he did, however, choose a side, very strongly right or strongly left, then people liked it, right? So he said he doesn't want to be like that. It's not because it's not. Let's just listen to it and see him see what he says. Then we see if we have time left after that.
So when does DS Politics return? Shall we talk about this? I actually talked about it a little bit yesterday during the Stalker stream. But let's actually talk about it here on the podcast.
Here we go.
So, DS Politics, an idea that I had, and we started it last fall. And if you would like to know the truth, I wish I didn't. I wish that I had waited. I feel like I jumped the gun, that I was trying to do it at a time when I still had extra popularity based on my interactions with the guys from Kino Casino and others. I wish I had waited.
Mind you, he skipped the entire... No, it doesn't, dumbass.
Big ups to James Lester on this one.
I should have waited for the Trump inauguration and
the
the
iron
momentum
was
that
cold.
inauguration would have brought to politics, because now him being president again and all the things that undoubtedly are going to happen that everyone will be talking about constantly, right? But because I started DS Politics last year, when it kind of like was that interim time, and you listen,
Bro,
there were
this
still some
guy
great things
is
to
so
talk about.
fucking dumb. He's
Go
like
ahead.
he's perceiving politics because he has Twitter brain, which is a very infectious and terminal disease.
Yep.
And he perceives politics like it's a fucking season of a TV show. So he missed time starting watching politics because the new season hadn't started yet. And now he might come back to it once the new season starts and picks up.
Yes. And there is... Politics is always fucking on, man. That's the one thing that there's always shit to talk about, you know? But he's seen, like, people wait till he gets inaugurated. Then he's going to start doing stuff. Like, he's not already doing his stuff, and people aren't talking about him like they have since he first even thought about being president in 2017. Like, that's got to be the most the most talked about person on the planet Earth since 2017. But yep, no one's talking about him. Wait till he gets inaugurated, then people finally start talking about Donald Trump. Definitely.
Yeah. And also, this has been a bad decision all along because, first of all, he's a gameplay streamer.
Yep.
And it's probably unfitting to his brand and his public image to just delve into and have a separate politics show. And it just doesn't really make sense from a content perspective. But the other thing is that his behavior and his content is based around filtering all the normal people until only dent heads are left. And if he started doing political content, then you have, for example, people like Destiny that are going to come across clips of DSP saying something stupid or just wrong and are going to make fun of it. Thousands of people are going to see it, and thousands of people are going to be attracted to a DSP stream and start calling out the other bullshit. So that's just going to result in thousands of more detractors.
Yes.
So it just all along was an all-around bad decision to just do this in the first place.
And the real thing is, I think he realized how out of depth he was. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just knew that nothing, there's been nothing. There's nothing he has any real take on. Don't you think, Steve? You think he doesn't see that?
I don't think he thinks he's out of his depth, because he's obviously describing his own takes as intelligent, reasoned, well thought out and all that. But the thing that I have an issue with is that he obviously lacks the self-awareness to realize that people only wanted, like, DSP politics because they wanted to hear the stupid shit he'd come out with.
Yep.
And, you know, now you're appealing to slightly different audience who are like, who are not that, because people have been asking for years, you know, and now you're at a point where politics and political channels are a bit more engaged and established. So anybody who has like even the slightest understanding of politics can see how incredibly ill-informed his takes are. So it's less about will he say ridiculous shit like, you know, the return of Isaac Heimler, or, you know, will he get like mad about a charity donation food bank thing, asking for certain foods? Because he's stupid. He's either going to be extreme or it's going to be stupid. And now we're shifting away from, we want Phil to say something extreme, to let's see what stupid shit he comes out with. And he's there going, these are reasoned takes. I don't think he's like had that awareness of being out of his depth.
Well, let's see.
But I feel like
Snoot says, I heard Red Bar is opening an investigation into DSP. Huge if true. I wonder. Putty says, based recent subreddits ALT. This is my browser that I use just for this, so don't trust anything you saw there. Promise you. Ira says, Thor is a former security tech at Blizzard and current game developer. He's intelligent, just insufferably smug. Okay, well, there you go. There's some pirate software knowledge there.
You put it exactly like I wanted to put it. Yes, it's that kind of, it's kind of the Neil deGrasse Tyson level of smugness. When you explain excruciatingly simple concepts as if the person that you're explaining it to is a toddler, and it kind of feels disrespectful.
Agree.
Like that initial momentum that would have been more exciting is gone already. All right.
You skipped the entire election. You started a politics show.
So I really do feel like I kind of blew it with the timing, that I did it too early. If I had waited till like this week or next week or maybe even early next month, it would have been more exciting. But now it's kind of like, well, Phil's already done it, right? Okay, now let's talk
But
about
basically, this is like you literally just admitting he's a grifter, that he only cares about this subject and making this kind of content just when it's relevant and profitable. It's the definition of grifting.
Yep. It's like, I don't really care, right? I don't really care at all. I just want the money. So the second it looked like the income was dipping, 2 shows it took, and then same thing's gonna happen with the wrestling show. We'll see if unless Triple P says something too out of line. Which we were asking. I want to ask you on Tuesday. We were trying to pontificate on if there is a line that Triple P would say that Philip would have to push back. Is there a line in your mind? And if so, what is that line?
Has to be Cat. Any remarks about Cat?
That's what we said too.
I figure it would be something like they would be talking about a female wrestling match that happened, and one of the girls is gonna be kind of, fatty, and then Triple P is gonna say something about like, oh, she kind of looked like your wife, Phil, and then he would have to say something about that. Like you have to say something about that. But I think he's just gonna nod and smile and make a silly little goat laugh.
Even if he said something about Cat, you think he wouldn't say something at that point? I think you're right. He might not, but I think that would be the last show. Steve, what are you gonna say?
I'm with Cat. I don't think he would, because he's just not that confrontational. He's not that. Well, hang on a minute, mate. Whoa, hold on. He's not that sort of person.
But would that end the show? I'm saying, so he won't do it at the show. But would that end the show? If Phil said, "All right, man, we can't do this anymore," or would it continue after that? You say that's not the line then.
I would think that would be the first domino, and then it would be like, oh, I can't do it this week because I gotta do my taxes.
Yeah.
And then, well, I can't do it because I didn't have time to watch Raw this week, and we had to also watch AEW, blah, 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 blah. I can't do it, and eventually it would just like fizzle out.
That's what I think. I think though there is. That's what I said. I would wish that Triple P, who might be testing the waters on how close to the line he can get, I want the escalation to give her a pill and leave her there and see how that is handled, because that's not quite making fun of his wife, but it's pretty damn close to making fun of it. One thing people make fun of him a lot that is kind of. You can't really get around that either.
Oh, a good one would be like, say like you had the women's match and like one of them was really bad and left in the ring, and like people had to come and aid her, and all that stuff. And he went, that's no excuse. Being ill is no excuse. She needs to get up and make her some food. Everybody woke up and that.
Yeah, she has to make dinner, right, Phil?
We'll see. 33. I swear he said give her a pill. Did he say that already? No.
I started it the first.
No, I spent on his own stream. Maybe I'm talking about with DSP there talking. Right, that's the line. I'm not talking about on Kino Casino. They say all sorts of shit like that. I'm talking about when DSP is there. You know what I mean?
This week did great.
You know what? Because I understand to some extent why he would like to not say anything when they're razzing him, but they also made fun of his audience quite a bit. They called him dense. They said that he's scamming the retards.
Yes.
They pretty much made it clear what their opinion of his audience is like.
Yes.
And he, as a guy that's been kissing his own audience ass for as far as I can remember, he should have said something, at least like, hey, guys, don't be so mean to my audience. They're chill and fun, except that one pedophile guy. But you guys told me to get him banned, so I did. A normal human being would absolutely stick up for their audience, but Phil doesn't care about his audience at all. He doesn't give a shit about them. Yeah, I think he actually hates his audience because he knows they're he knows what they are. There's no he knows. However, that's same with the Kino Casino tourists he picked up as whales. They don't think they're the dents either, because I'm not a DSP fan. I'm not a dent, even though it is. You know what I mean? But anyways, I want to get your take, Meerkat, too, about how, because you used to be a Kino Casino viewer, correct? Yeah, I would still say they have a very comprehensive playlist of Review Tech USA lore and videos that they react to. That is very fun. I can't deny that.
So I wanted to ask you, what about their begging? What's your take on how they do the grifting begging style things?
I don't like it. I don't like that it breaks apart the pacing of the show as if when everyone else does it. I feel the same way. But I do think Triple P, that's how I like to call him, Triple P, is entertaining enough in his begging to where it kind of compensates for how annoying it is.
Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, because I wanted to see how you square that. Because for me, that's too much. I'm like, all right, I'm watching, then we got to take a break for this. Okay, come on. It's like, all right, I'm out, man. I can't watch the stream.
Yeah.
I can only watch the highlights of Kino Casino.
And of course, there's no manipulative sympathy fishing aspect to it. It's just like, let's get some subs.
Yeah.
Like, directly just give us money. Instead of give me money because I'm dying or I'm broke as fuck and I can't pay my bills.
I really want to eat the Krabby Patty burger, guys. Come on.
Yeah, true. Okay.
Views, right? Over 1,000 viewers. Okay. Giant support. Huge support for the show. People loved it. I made hundreds upon hundreds of dollars. People were like, wow, this is great new content.
And then he did another one and it killed the streak, and the streak was over and he was so sad.
True.
All right. Over the course of the month that I did it, literally every episode had way less viewers, way less engagement, and way less support. To the point where.
Because anyone new showing up is going, huh? Damn, this 30,000 plus you don't know.
No, we got the point, though.
That final episode that I did, I felt like I was almost talking to myself. No one in chat was really engaged with the content or talking about it. Almost talking
that's
to
the part
myself.
I wanted. Yeah, that's the part I wanted. Big
No
up,
one in
James.
chat was really engaged with the content or talking about it. And I made $60.
Uh-huh.
I make more sitting here just talking to you about nothing.
That's not true, though, unless one person shows up.
And I did on DS Politics. I make more playing any video game. I would make more.
If one person shows up, yes.
Or scratching my ass. Okay? So what that tells me is that initially there was interest. People saw what the show was going to be, realized that I wasn't going to be a polarized all the way to the right or all the way to the left asshole. And because I wasn't going to be polarized, they just weren't that interested in my opinions. And then the interest immediately died.
Yes.
Okay? Just being honest here. When I was kind of polarized in an opinion, so for example, when I was destroying this BLM leader and her absolute non-logic backwards side.
I was destroying her.
Is that the felting the woman?
Yeah, that's the felting the woman, I believe. That's when she felted a woman.
Context aside, what a great guy to felt the leader of the Black Lives Matter movement. He's so based.
Not felt, destroy her, please.
I didn't go full right or full left.
Leader and her absolute non-logic backwards side talk out of her fucking mouth, and she was just
non-logic. I believe that's a lot. Side talk out of her mouth. He's nailing all these for PWAP.
Leader and her absolute non-logic backwards side talk out of her fucking mouth, and she was just a complete
side
bitch.
Talk out of her mouth.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened.
Bill. Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
Holy shit. She was like, hey, people, make sure you call the food bank before you show up with a bunch of food, because what if the food bank has 10 ovens so they can cook 10 turkeys, and they already have 20 turkeys, and you show up with more turkeys, those turkeys are going to go to waste.
That is correct.
Call them, be like, hey, would you like something like rice? Or did people donate a bunch of macaroni and cheese? The issue with macaroni and cheese.
We got. I'm skipping ahead 2
should
minutes.
be grateful that they got 20
this is
turkeys.
crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know the context behind him felting the leader of the Black Lives Matter movement, which, like I said, by itself, it sounds absolutely hilarious. But now when someone puts it in context and explains what he was actually talking about, all this fucking rambling seems so insane.
Yes.
Kind of
if you've never seen the charity thing.
Oh, yeah. If you haven't seen that, America, that's worth watching. The charity one. At the very least, the charity take is incredible. The first one he started DSP Politics with, by the way, was his. He was holding on to that for weeks, guys. You're going to love my first story, guys. Trust me. I'm going to destroy someone.
Because they don't have enough ovens to cook them all.
When I was destroying her, basically then, people like, but then anytime that like, her.
Because they don't have enough ovens to cook them all.
When I was destroying her, basically then, people like, but then anytime that I had like a rational take, something that wasn't like slamming and destroying someone immediately, no one cared. Okay? So.
But bro, that's fucking political content. Welcome to the world of political content, idiot.
People like that. But.
Truth of the matter. Now, I put DS Politics on a hiatus for some good reasons. You know, particularly.
There's got to be good reasons.
Particularly, he wasn't getting money.
Correct.
Here he said the last stream he only got $60. It killed the streak. the last stream of DS Politics killed the streak, and he's never brought it back since.
Needed to focus on the special events, the Christmas marathon, okay, this other marathon that we earned through goals hit, and my year-end series. I had to get through all of that stuff, and I was like, how am I going to do DS Politics and still play games and all my regular stuff while I'm doing all this other special stuff? I needed to put it on a hiatus regardless. And I said, I will bring back DS Politics after the Trump inauguration. Like, I feel once he's in power and stuff starts happening in politics, that would be the time
stuff
to bring
starts
it back
happening.
and start actively talking about it and covering it again. Okay? I'll be honest with everyone at this point. I haven't even found, I'm following the politics, and yes, there's stories to cover, for sure. There's stories to cover.
Some stories. There's some stories, not much, though.
There's nothing happening, so I'm stopping it. And by the way, there's stuff happening. There's stories, don't worry. But,
stuff is going to start back up.
But,
dude,
I don't think
wow. You know what? We can go full circle. If he does a story about Syria, we can go full circle from that clip of him saying, I don't give a fuck about Syria, to him doing content about the conflict in Syria.
Fuck Syria.
Covering any of these political stories is really going to be very riveting to people, at this point. I think people like my
whose fault is that?
Takes on certain things. Like, for example,
like stuff's happening with Alex Jones and the survivors of and the families of the victims of a particular shooting that happened.
Well,
so
something else
that comes
happened
back up. I'm sure Phil might have a thing or two to say about that too.
Something much worse happened then.
Yeah, exactly. That was. He was sad. I was sad for two reasons that day as well.
Speaking of Alex Jones, after this video is over, we're gonna premiere a brand new clip on the new Clips channel. That being Clipped. Check the link in the chat and subscribe.
Oh yes, Meerkat. If you can, before we finish, let me raid that channel. It's not on yet, I'm sure.
Yeah, we can. I tried setting this up. It's glitched. It doesn't let me do it. So I'll just make the video public and people can just go watch it.
Okay, I'm going to not redirect anywhere then, so you have no choice where to go except to that channel. All right, let's finish up with this.
Yesterday, my take on the Switch 2. People enjoyed that. My take on Assassin's Creed Shadows getting delayed. My take on Atomfall, when the first gameplay reveal came out and stuff like that. These are the kind of takes that people are enjoying. I'm breaking these out as highlights and uploading them, and they're getting good views. They're getting more views than anything I'm doing on my channel.
No, they're not.
That's the kind of stuff that people are looking towards me for. I don't think that many people are saying, I need to get the high-end political opinions from Dark Side Phil.
High-end political opinions?
Unlike Review Tech USA, who actually thought that people cared about his political opinions. I never thought anyone would care about my political opinions.
You tell me, is this a flex? Is this a flex? I never thought people cared about my political opinions.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
That's the whole reason he made a Kick account is so he could have the politics show on there. And the only reason he's making the politics show is because he believes he has such amazing high-end opinions on politics that the establishment doesn't even want you to hear them. They are so based that you cannot even comprehend. And they're too based for YouTube. So he needed to make a whole other account on a whole different site where no one cares about him and people are making fake names to fuck around and joke about his gout and his fat wife. That's how much he wanted to do the politics show.
He said multiple times, I think people are going to be very interested in my takes on politics. I've been waiting so long to do this. I think now's the time. People are going to be very interested and quite honestly surprised at some of my takes, I think. But now
we started off based.
Yep.
And now we're at moobs.
There we go. Base to moobs real, please.
Okay? That's the kind of stuff that people are looking towards me for. I don't think that many people are saying, I need to get the high-end political opinions from Dark Side Phil, Unlike Review Tech USA, who actually thought that people cared about his political opinions. I never thought anyone would care about my political opinions. It was you guys who said I should do a politics show all this time.
No one said that. Not a single fucking person said that.
Yes.
It was you. You were the ones you should do politics, Phil. We want to see you do politics. So I gave it a shot.
Now we're blaming the audience.
I don't. I put in a lot of work because I was researching tons of stories every week. to do that show, putting them together, and
researching
scrolling
tons of
Twitter while on
stories.
the bog, like that's
Yeah.
Just the idea of Dark Side Phil scrolling Twitter trending to find a trending political topic that he's not afraid that he's gonna get canceled over.
Yep.
It made me burst out laughing. His research.
Oh, Derek's favorite music chord is a minor. Says Phil's political stories, all picked by him. These are all the Phil's political stories. Again, like you just said, he chose them all himself. Here they are: the Snow White trailer, famously political. Snow White, obviously. PETA is racist. Clearly, very political. The King 5 Seattle, the news station felting, the Jaguar rebrand, and food banks being too picky. Those were the high-end political takes that Philip had to share with us that he found himself. So big ups on that one. Big ups to Joe G, who says he read a Wikipedia page word for word during a Middle East segment, but you should take him seriously. Yep.
No.
Yeah, he read. Oh, yeah, he didn't know about it, so he read Wikipedia on it. Hang on, guys. Let me check
his
this.
research.
So apparently, that was on the stream. On the stream, not even like off stream.
It's like that's what he's thinking of when he says, "I did research." I guarantee you.
No, on the stream we do research now. Come on.
you know, I don't really think that
By
people
the way,
like that.
usually I would suggest for him to make one of those videos, for example, Dragon Age the Veilguard sucks, and talk about that fucking character that has all the shitty dialogue and all the woke lines and shit.
Yeah.
But the thing is, here's a plot twist. He actually did that. And it's so fucking terrible. Like, there's no lower hanging fruit than that game.
Yeah.
Unless we're talking about DSP's titties. But that game is so fucking easy to make fun of and so ripe for the criticism, and so easy. And he tried to do it and it was so bad. I legitimately don't. I think he should just play games and do Q&A all day for the rest of his life. That's all just he can do.
That's what we're left with, because we're trying to branch out, and so far nothing's working in this branching out, except for when Triple P is in the same room. For now, and that's only been twice within the same channel video, I should say.
That's because like Triple P, that's what I like to call him. He's like 75% of the content.
Oh yeah, God yeah, it's more than that.
Factually.
Yeah, factually.
But also, is that show really working outside of the financial element? Because unless that show gets a viewership by people that are outside of the Kino Casino and DSP quote unquote community, that I don't consider it successful. Because if you're going to make a wrestling show, then it should have a demographic that's watching it that is wrestling fans and not just DSP fans or Kino Casino fans.
Should have been its own channel. And then you could like say to wrestling and have people who are into wrestling. And that way, like, you're making the statement of it's not part of DSP, it's not part of Kino Casino, it's its own thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's just about the money, and it's about two people there too, just wailing out because so that's it.
The Grimnet, he did a serious segment and ended up saying, "I didn't know there was a war over there."
There we go.
God.
He's really into it. I think Triple P should just make his own wrestling show. He clearly cares about it a lot, and DSP doesn't. And it's striking how different their amount of care is. You know what I mean? So that's why I think the exit. We talked about it midweek, but I think the exit strategy for Triple P is to keep pushing the jokes until DSP kicks him out, until DSP wants to end it, because that's funny too, right? Then Triple P can just continue the show like nothing happened, and he can finally talk about wrestling just with himself, and he gets that bump of the starting with DSP thing, and they can continue doing everything they do now, making fun of DSP on Kino Casino, making fun of DSP on the wrestling show, and then he gets all the money.
But also, I wouldn't think that he's in a hurry to press with the jokes and keep, because right now he's playing double agent. He is every once in a while on Kino Casino, he's razzing Phil, he's degrading him and humiliating him and making fun of him, which appeals to the detractors, and they watch that and they like that. And every once in a while, he does something with Phil just to keep people guessing. What is he going to say? Is he going to make fun of his wife now? Is he going to say something else? So from his perspective, things are going pretty well right now. He's really has no incentive to spice things up.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's there's no need to rush it, but I think that's where we could end. You know what I mean? But Tim,
you can drag this out a bit longer.
Yeah, why not?
Build up more. Yeah.
Timcast IRL says DSP's fence sitting is making me sick. Thank you, Timcast IRL.
Timcast real.
Yeah.
Is this the real Timcast?
I think it's him. Is that him?
It's the profile picture, so it must be.
I'm wrong, but when you see a ton of attention, less attention, pretty much almost no attention, and the lowest supported stream.
Stop hitting your microphone.
Yeah,
Well,
how the fuck? How does he keep hitting it? He put it intentionally to a place that is so high to reach. You just can't do it.
Look at that pause. Look at the face on that
You
pause.
love this.
But when you see
He's headbutted
a
it.
ton of
He
attention,
headbutts it every now and then.
less
He leans
attention, pretty
forward
much
to do
almost
it.
no
Boom.
attention, and the lowest supported stream
Stop hitting your microphone.
you've had in ages, that tells me something. That's a pattern. That's called a decline. That's called a fall off, and it probably means no
Fall
one cares.
off, obviously.
Okay? Now, if you guys disagree, and you think me bringing it back would work, I would maybe consider it. But here's what I'm seeing right now.
I need a buy-in from you.
People want me to play certain games, AEW wrestling, which people like Smart Guys since I've brought it back. It's doing well right now. This week we're going to talk about AEW wrestling, which is the first time I've ever seen
by
it.
the
Yes,
way,
I did watch it.
Yeah, I just want to say something about this AEW show. I want to lock in my prediction.
Go ahead.
So his 20% of speaking on that episode is going to be 10% goes to, oh, I've never seen this guy before. Wow, he's an interesting guy. I haven't seen him before in the WWE. And the other 10% is going to be, oh, I saw this guy in the WWE. He's in AEW now. Wow, that's so interesting. I haven't seen him since 2010.
And that's going to be and then Triple P is going to give the story, and then DSP is going to say, wow, I haven't seen him since then, and that's going to be the whole show. So yeah, no one's watching that. Big ups to Fantastic Mr. Phil, who has changed his profile pic again back to Samuel, which I prefer actually. Big ups, Fantastic Mr. Phil. The Sam Phil is back. Big ups. All right, we're almost done with this video.
Who had the profile pic of just Sam but black? There was like
oh, that was good too. Yeah, this Sam, the black Sam. I love these. Movie Sign as well. Big ups, Movie Sign. You're a legend. Thanks so much, everybody. Let's finish this video, then we'll get out of here for today.
AEW wrestling, and I have a lot to say about it.
And we'll send you to the premiere of the newest video on That Being Clipped, our new channel.
Smart Guys on Tuesday. I think people are going to really like that. So I have these things that are kind of like my forte that I think people enjoy hearing me talk about.
Remember, the wrestling show is now his forte. It's been twice. He's done the show twice. Just he did politics show more than twice too. But
also, like I said, I'm actually in the process of determining if and when I can appear for one or more appearances. I'm being asked to be on a couple different shows right now. And I'm trying to figure it out in my scheduling and everything. And I need to get back to people. And I've been waiting to hear about my schedule. See, the thing is, I don't know about next week, because next week
I think that's it. I need to respond back to people.
The day off I'm spending with my
All
wife.
right.
So
Do we have any predictions? Do we have any predictions of the shows he's going to be on?
Okay, my prediction is small time shows that want the DSP bump and nothing major at all. Because if there were anything major, he'd be more excited about it. He seems so like this kind of whatever about him that they're small time is my guess. But Steve, what's your take?
I think he's going back to Kino again. He'll appear on one of their streams again.
No,
maybe.
Really? He'd be saying that if that was the case.
I don't think he's like actually talking to anyone. I don't think he's planning like appearances on other shows now. He's been with Drury for the last few months. Like, after the brief bump in August and the couple of interviews he did.
Yep.
Been withdrawing again, so I don't think he's talking to. Although, I could be wrong because we've been surprised he did do the cultaholic thing out of nowhere. So
now, that's a good point Chad is bringing up. He could be talking about the Craig thing, which I know Craig has not responded to Philip, though. So you think he's just talking, like that counts for him? I sent a message to Craig, therefore I'm talking about scheduling a show with Craig? I guess you could be right there.
He's not DM you, has he?
No, he has not DM me. No, it has not happened. No. Like, I'm talking to so many people. Like, he sent a message to what? Asmongold, Destiny, Tim Pool.
Emailed Max.
Yeah, so we're all, I guess you got a lot of plates in the air right now.
Also take more time away from stream. Maybe like last week of January or first week of...
Mind you, he said he can't take off any night streams to do his private reacts for Slayer, even though Slayer's paying $300.
What?
I'm starting to regret suggesting this over a wheel of hate.
No, now it's too late.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But as for DS Politics, I don't know, man. I just don't know if you guys would care. Would you? Let me put it this way.
Oh, please. Yeah,
would you
go ahead.
prefer if I did a DS Politics stream one night, or if we had a stream playing a game that you guys like and we hang out and enjoy? Right? Would you like think?
So you hear how you put that, by the way? Like, what would you like to do? The stupid politics show or a game you guys really love? What do you think is better? And then, of course, you're going to say game. You know.
That's a really good point. But also, it got me thinking about how it's impossible to have a real, I guess you could call it a democratic process on the DSP gaming channel. As in, there is no legitimate way that he could actually ask what his genuine fans want to see and get a proper, clear response. If he makes a poll, the trolls are going to hijack it and they're just going to vote for whatever they want. And then he's going to remove their votes and it's going to turn out that he gets to do whatever he wants. If he makes a poll in chat, it's going to be for the 50 people at most, or at least 10 people that are in the chat at that point, including trolls. So there's just no way that he can legitimately get what people want to see. And they always want to see different stuff. So we're just locked in this schizophrenic cycle of over and over again, just asking the same questions.
Yep.
Although I do love that the options are, do you want to do this really shit thing where I have to do a bunch of work? Or do you want to do this thing where I play games and get money?
So
this is cool, this one, you know.
And you guys realize that Iron Chef Sakai could come by when I do gaming. So just to let you guys know that as well. Remember that. Iron Chef Sakai might show up. So keep that in mind. All right, everybody? All right. Oh, and so tomorrow, he's off today, obviously, today, the night stream and day stream. But tomorrow, just get ready to hear about all the stupid Elon stuff with Asmongold calling out his skills. That's going to be the whole pre-stream, I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh,
this idiot.
That is insanely funny.
Yes,
so,
it is.
For people that don't know, Elon Musk supposedly, allegedly, had his account boosted on Path of Exile 2, and professional players went through his gameplay and called him out on not knowing a bunch of stuff that a player of his high level, which is one of the highest levels in the game, a player of his level would know. So basically, he's a fake gamer, confirmed.
Yeah, he often would say he's the top whatever 10% or something of the game, and then real players watched him were like, oh, not so sure about that. So get ready for DSP's hard-hitting take on that tomorrow, I am sure. But that will do it for this one, my friends. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. We'll see you next week with Sam in the house, confirmed, on Thursday, because that is a day off for DSP, so we're going to do it Thursday next week, all right? So we'll see you on Thursday next up here on That Being Said.
Get through 2 messages.
We might. Last week we got through 3 or 2. So we're going to be, after this, Meerkat's going to set up the premiere of the newest video on our newest channel entitled That Being Clipped. And the link is pinned. But Meerkat, can you spam it again real quick before you let everybody go?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So I will. When's the premiere for? You guys going to let it go live right when we end?
I don't know. I think I'm just going to make it public and people can go watch it right away.
Okay, sounds good to me then. So I won't no Raccoonis today, guys. We're just going to end it, and the link is going to be there, so you got to go there. All right, we're going to end right from this screen. All right. So, Steve, any final words though before I say bye?
Just thanks for watching the back video, everybody. I really appreciate the positive feedback I've had.
You're all legends. Thanks so much. I do. Oh, big ups Mario Faker, who says I'd watch a wrestling show with DSP and Derek. Well, that is an interesting one. And Nerd Bruce says,
your favorite Cesaro, also known as Claudio.
Oh, he's gonna get the non-consensual knuckle. Derek can break that out. You know that. Nerd Bruce says, where will I get the local Renton news updates now? Yeah, good point. There's nowhere else to go. Fuck. All right, my friends, that'll do it. You're all legends. Don't forget it. And we'll see you on Thursday.